I got some samples here from the house of Memo Paris, and we did some sampling. I have some thoughts about these, but most importantly, I'm gonna share them here with you. Let's get on into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Santa Maria here. Yes, as you all know, I have been on a Memo Paris kick this year. It literally started in January, and I have since acquired some more Memo Paris fragrances, but alas, I also wanted to try some that were just on my radar. So guess what? I placed an order for these samples that I have, and I have 4 right here that we're going to talk about, and some of these are interesting, some I like more than others, but all in all, nothing was a total complete dud, but it still isn't necessarily full bottle worthy. So I'll distinguish which one that is. But first, lipstick of the day today, everyone. I was feeling very red, but with a liner, of course. This is actually from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is Royal Red from their matte lipstick line that they have. That is what I am wearing. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, details on the whole look and face will be in the description box, so you don't have to ask questions about it. Of course, next up we have fragrance of the day, which I will reveal fragrance of the day at the end of the video because it is related to this here topic. So hint, hint, yes, it is a Memo Paris fragrance. So stay tuned to see what that is at the end of the video. But now let's talk about the 4 fragrances that I picked up. So the 4 fragrances that I did pick up, the first one is called Inlay. Then we also picked up Ela D, and then we have Janette, and then lastly we have Corfu, which I have heard a lot about Corfu. This one did get some buzz, but alas, let me give the disclaimer when it comes to these first impressions videos. Whenever I do sampling videos, they are first impressions because it is a sample, and also I have worn all of these on my body, full body wear, so my thoughts are fully formed and not just off paper. So I want to say that too. So now let's get into it. The first fragrance we're going to talk about, and this fragrance was actually the reason I even placed the order. This is Inlay. It has clouds on the bottle, and I love the picture of the actual bottle, which throughout this video I'll insert pictures of the full-size bottles. Here you go right here, as you can see. It's so pretty, and I just like the new style of bottles. This bottle has gone through like 3 different iterations. I want to say that too. So sometimes you might have seen an older bottle, but the newest version with the pretty colorful clouds, yes. So let's talk about Inlay. Inlay caught my attention because it has an osmanthus note in it, and I'm always here for osmanthus. I just am. But full note breakdown is oil of bergamot, oil of artemisia, oil of mint, osmanthus absolute, jasmine sambac, mate, which is a tea note, and then we have a musk. That's what we also have in here too. So this is supposed to be an osmanthus submerged in a cloud of tea. That is literally how they have it written up here, and these are again official samples that I got from Memo Paris. So Inlay, would I like this one? Let's talk about it. So when I wore this thing and what I get on paper, I get jasmine, I get tea, and I get osmanthus, which I don't get the osmanthus until much later in the dry down. Let me say that, because at first I was like, all I'm getting is tea really, and then some jasmine. Then finally the osmanthus showed up later, and just for reference, osmanthus is a flower that actually smells like apricots, like the fruit. So just to give you context of what that means. So what I get from this is, because there's a tea note in here, this is refreshing, but still slightly fruity at the same time. It's refreshing. To me, this is more of a summer scent, definitely feminine for sure, feminine leading, very unique. I don't have anything in my collection that smells like this, even though I like osmanthus, and I do have other fragrances in my collection with the osmanthus note, but none of them smell like this. So I gotta give credit where credit is due. There is a unique factor here. So here's the thing, I wore this on a cold day the first time, and I was like, I'm not really feeling this scent. But then I wore it on a hot day when the sun was actually shining. This is a scent that actually needs the sun to activate it, and it needs warm weather. So once I wore it on the warmer day, I was like, okay, I get why I see good reviews about this one, particularly from ladies. I do like this one. It's very chill, but fresh at the same time. So to me, this would be wonderful on a very hot day. I'm talking late July, early August, in the summertime of a fragrance. That's when I think Inlay would be good. So all in all, do I think this fragrance is full bottle worthy? I do. I do think it's a full bottle worthy, just not right now. It is springtime when I'm filming this, and it's actually a rainy night when I'm filming this, but coming in late July, early August, this is gonna be the one I would like to reach for. So yes, Inlay is a yes. The next fragrance I want to talk about, this one is Ela D. And this is another one that has gone through more than one iteration of packaging. This is the latest version of packaging they have on the back here. And of course the picture will be up throughout the video on this portion of the scent. So Ela D. is supposed to be referenced to honey flowers. That's what it's supposed to be a reference to. So it has notes of mandarin, hyacinth, juniper. We have some broom flower. We have jasmine. We have iris. We have some gardenia. We have orange blossom, vetiver, and then vanilla and musk. That's what we have in here. So this is one I have talked about briefly before in a previous video. I actually took this sample home with me for spring break when I went back to Memphis. And at the time I wore it and I did have an interesting thoughts on this one. But I gotta say, I've worn it again and my thoughts have changed. So what I get is this is an old school classic white floral scent. And most prominent for me is the gardenia. The gardenia is the most prominent. Second is the hyacinth for sure. If you like hyacinth and gardenia, you will like this scent. And this is the one that I'm glad I've worn it more as we've gotten more so into spring, because when I first sprayed this scent and I first wore it, and I told you all, I thought it smelled like another fragrance that I already have, which is Chanel Beige, but the hyacinth and gardenia are the stars in this fragrance. So therefore, disregard my previous assessment of this fragrance. This is why I sample and I revisit them so I can really see how I feel about a scent. But yeah, Ela D. is beautiful because I've come to realize I like hyacinth, and I remember when I would get floral arranged and whatnot, that was a flower I would enjoy the most. So yes, and gardenia has grown on me too as I've gotten older. I like a good gardenia note. So this has definitely grown on me. Now for some people, it's gonna have more of a classic, kind of more of a vintagey feel. It might even be a little boring for you if you already have like a gardenia or hyacinth in your collection and you're not into like classic true floral scent. You might not like this one, but if you do like that, this is quintessential floral shot, flower pot. That's what this is giving me. This is spring, like peak spring is what this is. This is an easy reach. I really like this. I like this. There's an elegance about this. I do. This is classic femininity. I really like, this is giving me going to have high tea and scones. Yes, with mother. That's what this feels like. That's what this smells like to me. So Ela D. this was one, it wasn't a love at first sniff, but it became a love at second sniff. That's what we're gonna say. So Ela D. is absolutely a yes, full bottle worthy. For sure, I like that one. Now the next one we're gonna talk about, now this one I just threw in the order, just like why not? And this one is Janette. This one isn't really talked about a lot. It is a bit of an older scent, to be fair. So I said maybe that's why it's not talked about. When I saw the notes, it looked kind of interesting to me when I was trying to build my cart of samples and whatnot. I was like, let me just see what it's giving. So Janette, it is the wild citrus of paradise. So it's supposed to be a citrus forward fragrance. And let me tell you, spoiler alert, that is true. So it has grapefruit, it has neroli, it has orange blossom, and then it has ginger, pear, and we have grenadine, and then we have sandalwood and some musk. So this is heavy on the citrus. And let me tell you something. If you like grapefruit, this is for you. This is, the grapefruit outshines every other note in this fragrance to me. And then in my opinion, the ginger helps to give it more of an oomph and even more of a zing, which grapefruit is already tart and tangy by itself, but the ginger just takes it to the next level in this scent. And I gotta say, on paper, I was like, do I actually want to wear these? Do I actually want to smell like this? Because it could borderline smell like a cleaning product if you're not careful, or just a juice, or just grapefruit juice you smell in the supermarket. Like, it's kind of giving it on paper. However, it takes wearing this on skin for those other like notes to come out. And it dries down really beautiful. And then it becomes kind of sweet. It becomes like more so sweet, not so much of the tartness. But this one, this would be nice for summer. Daytime, summertime to me. It's very happy, very upbeat, very much peak sun is shining, not a cloud in the sky. Nothing's gonna disrupt your day. That's what this is to me. The musk and the dry down is a yes. It's not too much, it's doing just enough so it won't be overpowering on a hot day. But I like this. So Janette, not bad for a wild card. I do like you and I do think you would be great for summer. So this is a yes, but a yes not right now, and yes later on. And that again is Janette. And the last scent we have, possibly this one is the most popular and most hyped up one in this batch that I have seen within the fragrance community. And this is Corfu. This is Corfu. Check that out right there. Now let me tell you, when I looked at the notes of Corfu, it has a lot going on, and y'all will see what I mean momentarily. I was like, I don't know where this is gonna take me, but we're gonna see where we end up, right? So let's talk about it. Corfu is supposed to be a sunny musk type of scent. It's a summer fragrance. It's how they have it advertised. So we have bergamot, mandarin, cassis, grapefruit, lemon, orange, basil, ambrette, rose oil, spike, heavy on rhubarb, jasmine, a lot of lily of the valley, peach, raspberry, geranium, clove, orris, musk, sandalwood, cedarwood, amber, moss, patchouli, and tonka. Okay, out of all these fragrances, this one has the longest list. And with all of that going on, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to get. So let me tell you what I did get though. Because of the rhubarb, the opening is bitter. It is bitter. This is one you actually do have to wear on your skin, and it has to dry down because that initial spray is like kind of off-putting. It is. It's kind of off-putting to me. But eventually it like calms down. The dry down is smooth. However, it becomes so smooth that all of these notes that are in here, nothing is distinguishable for me. And I've actually had to take my time the most with Corfu because this was the one, again, that had all the hype. And I was like, oh, okay. It's not giving me what it was supposed to, you know, be giving. It's giving overhyped for me. It is. It's nice. Is it a bad scent? No. But is it one I need a full bottle of? No, I don't. So this is the no in the group. This is the no. Which is so surprising because I thought this was gonna be the one that I would enjoy the most because again, it already had a lot of hype around it, right? It's a no. It's nice, but again, it's not for me. So that is my opinion on that. So now let me rank them for you since we're here. And let me tell you which one I thought was full bottle worthy first out of this batch, right? So of course, in the last place spot or the fourth place spot, we have Corfu because this is the only one that got a no. So that's number 4. Number 3 has to go to Janette. I really do enjoy this one. I do enjoy this one, but it's in the number 3 spot. The number 2 spot, this one, because it's nice, but it took some figuring out, so it kind of challenged me just a slight bit. This is the only reason it's in the number 2 spot, but I do enjoy it. The number 2 spot is Inlay. Yes, Inlay. And plus, I love the bottle. The bottle is adorable. So now that leaves the number 1 spot, and the number 1 spot was Ela D. And because this one had a true redemption story to the point that, yes, here it is, y'all, full bottle worthy. One thing about the boxes, they always come with a postcard on it, so that's why it flaps, like once you cut it open. But yes, Ela D. was the full bottle worthy, and here you are, full presentation right here. And let me tell you, the sample was cute, but being able to spray from the full size bottle, yes, I get even more of the highest scent than the gardenia. And those were the 2 notes I wanted. So being able to bathe in it is even better. So this was the one that was actually number 1. I did not expect that per se, but it happened that way. But this is why we sample fragrances. This is why we take our time with them. I've had these samples for going on 2 months now, so I've never take my time and really see how I feel. But alas, I'm enjoying the house still, and I essentially know what I want for summer from this house now. I want Inlay and Janette, but for right now, for spring, it's all about Ela D. right now for me, the newest baby to the collection. So have you smelled any of these fragrances from the house of Memo? Have you sampled them yourself? Let me know in the comments below. What are some of your favorites from the house? Because as you all see, I'm still deep diving into this house. I'm enjoying it. It's definitely a journey. That's one thing I like about these fragrances. How they start out is not how they finish, and it works for me. Just take me on a ride. I'm here for it. So let me know what you think about the video, and as always, I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.